Corporal Randall here. Don't forget to like and subscribe, like and subscribe, like and subscribe. Notify a friend, leave a comment, share the video. Today is 9/11. 19 years ago today, the world as I knew it changed. Everyone has their 9/11 story. I'm just going to share my 9/11 story with you. I was stationed at Camp Pendleton, California, and was scheduled to go on what we call a West Pack, which was we were going to take a few Navy ships with lots of Marines, and we were going to all go over to different parts of Asia. We were going to do some humanitarian work in the different ports, but it's generally considered a fun trip. So lots of people want to volunteer for it. Not everyone gets to go. It was snap-in week. There's lots of prep that has to go into it, lots of things you have to qualify on to actually be able to go. So snap-in week is the first week of the rifle range, where you go and you practice your positions, just get reacquainted with the rifle, that kind of thing. Most people would guess that Marines are not known for being late. Well, to be at the rifle range on time, you generally had to be at our designated location by about 0500, maybe 0515 if you were an NCO. Back then, I was not an NCO, I was Lance Corporal Randall. So Lance Corporal Randall was there at 0500. Well, 0500 comes around, and you have the usual suspects rolling in. As we start sitting there, and we're sitting and we're waiting, and time just keeps ticking by, and we realize that there's a large section of Marines that haven't come in yet. We don't know why, we have no clue. It's pre-cell phone, and not as many people had access to the internet, especially at the palm of their hands. So we wait, and we wait. A couple Marines will come in, but no one really seemed to have a clue what was going on. Then one of the Marines comes in and he goes, something's going on. They've basically closed all the gates and there's a line over a mile long outside to get onto the base. Well, that would make sense considering most of the Marines that we noticed were missing were NCOs or married, which means they didn't necessarily live in the barracks with us. So we wait. A couple Marines show up, a couple more Marines show up. We still have no clue what's going on. Then one of my buddies comes in and he's like, you won't believe it. It's like, what? And he's a North Carolina guy, great guy. He goes, someone decided to park a plane at a daggone building in New York. Well, we're Marines, but we had no idea that someone would be crazy enough to attack the US homeland. I mean, the last time it had happened was the British. So we really had no clue someone would try that. So we sit there and we wait. We still don't know that it's a terrorist attack. Whole unit just sitting there, waiting to go to this rifle range to practice firing. No clue that we have just basically had our first declaration of war on us by the Taliban. We wait. Another Marine comes in. They took out the second tower, is what he says. We're like, wait, what? The base is now on full lockdown. Only military personnel allowed on, unless you live on the base. We all are now sitting around looking at each other. We have no clue what to say or what to do. And then we realize this is not going to be a relaxed vacation where we just get to go and see some ports all over the world and travel. This is going to probably be a combat mission because there's no way we're not going to retaliate once we figure out who done it. We were all sent back to our rooms. Everyone went back. I tried calling them back home to Baltimore to no avail because phone lines were pretty much flooded. So my parents didn't find out that I was okay. I didn't find out my parents were okay for about 6 or 8 hours. Once we established everyone was okay, I informed them that it looked like my vacation that I had been planning to go all over the Pacific Ocean was probably going to be less of a vacation and more of a offensive. That was my 9/11. 9/11 is a day of remembrance for the 3,000 Americans and countless other nationalities that were killed in the World Trade Center this day 19 years ago. 9/11 also reminds me why I'm proud to be an American. We weren't attacked because we were infidels. We were attacked because we were the shining beacon on the hill. We're the place that the rest of the world looks to for leadership and support. And they realized that they could take out the United States, then the rest of the world would fear them. The United States does not allow fear. So when I see certain things going on in the country right now and the way people are reacting, it upsets me because we're Americans. We're stronger than that. We should not be sitting there cowering or fearful. We're blessed with the greatest country God has ever created. So we should respect that and appreciate it. Is it perfect? No. But trust me, there's no country you would rather live in than the United States. You're not going to have the freedoms you have here. You're not going to have the equality you have here. There's going to be a lack of perfect parity no matter where you're at. But here, only here, can we have someone grow up in the inner city in the projects to manage millions of dollars. Someone of a biracial family grow up to be the president of the United States. Only here do you have the grandson of a sharecropper grow up to be a congressman. America's a great country. We need to stop being ashamed of our country and start standing up for it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, like and subscribe, like and subscribe. Feel free to leave a comment. Corporate out.